What's up, good people? It's your boy Dante, the Vulnerable Truth. So I just wanted to let's talk about something. Right now we're dealing with the coronavirus, and here in Minnesota, we have the stay at home thing going on, which is fine. But I wanted to say, this is something that the whole world is going through right now, and we still can't get it together. People still talking like politics and, a whole bunch of stuff that don't even matter. This is a time when we should be helping each other out, putting differences aside, and focusing on what's important, and that's all of us, helping each other get through the next day, or helping each other get groceries, or, whatever we need. We have all the signs of why we should be more united than ever. And people still arguing over stupid stuff. You know what I mean? But I guess that's just the way of the world. That's just human nature. I guess we gotta have something to complain about. But another thing that I wanted to talk about, it's been a while since I did a podcast. And I miss it. And I think I lost my groove, or, I had podcast block, if that's a thing. But, one thing that I'm reminded of is who I am, and who I am for people. And it's like we all go through stuff. That's just life. You know what I mean? There's no way around it. We all go through stuff, and it'll always be something, and we have to remember who we are for other people. We have to take the time to take care of ourselves. But that don't mean that you have to isolate yourself, stop dealing with people. It don't mean that you just disappear. Because somebody that you've been helping may still need your help, and they might even need it more than ever in a moment of your absence. You know what I mean? So I encourage everybody to first and foremost, take care of yourself. You don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of nobody. But the person that you are for other people, you're that person for a reason. You know what I mean? You are that shining light. Whether they just need to vent or whether you always got the right thing to say, people still need that, and I get it right now. It's a rough time, and it's an uncertain time. But, we got kids out of school, and, that's a challenge. But we also have kids that aren't getting the same help that they may get at school. So reach out to people. If you're going through something, let people know you're going through something. Let them know you're still there for them, though. I feel like it's okay to deal with your stuff. And if something comes up or somebody needs you, in a moment, I think it's okay to put that to the side for a second, because you never know how much somebody might need you. And hate to say it, but it could be a life or death situation. I got a buddy that's been losing friends, it feel like every other week. And he was at my house last night, and we didn't have much of a conversation for like 6 hours, but he just needed to vent, and I had took a step back. Like I stepped back from a few things, so I could focus on me and my family. And while he was talking, I felt like I was kind of leaving people behind, because I know people come to me for advice or to be the person that they could vent to. People come to me for a lot of things, and I honestly don't feel like it's fair to them for me to just walk away. I've always been able to deal with things and continue to help people. And I don't know why this time I took a bigger step back, and just stayed away. Like I was off social media for about a week or so. And I never thought about what somebody might need that usually come to me for advice or whatever, and, I felt bad for it. I felt bad for it. Now, I do realize that me taking a step back like that was probably needed, but I didn't have to get so deep into it, because my buddy that was here yesterday, he going through a thing. He lost like really close people to him. So like, let's say he would have came looking for me last week, and, I was in my, my own state, and who knows what type of mind frame he would have been in. And yesterday, it made me realize that, just listening to him, I could hear the pain in his voice, and I just let him talk. I just let him talk about whatever it is he needed to get off his chest, or whatever was weighing him down. That was what he needed. He didn't need my advice. He didn't need my words. And fortunately, I can always tell what's needed of me from somebody. And I don't know if it's how the conversation's going, or I don't know what it is, but I can just tell. And, I was glad that he came over last night, because it put things into perspective for me. Like, yeah, deal with your stuff. Handle whatever you gotta handle to get through whatever you gotta get through. But when people count on you, and you've been there, they may not have nobody else. You may be that person that talk them off a ledge. You just may be that person for them. And yesterday, it made me realize how many people I'm that person for. And it's not to brag on myself or anything, but, I'm a cup half full or glass all the way full type of guy. Because I've been through so much. I got a lot of life experience with a lot of stuff. But fortunately for me, I was able to turn some of those things around and, focus on what I needed to focus on to be a better person for myself. And once I did that, like, everything started to fall in place. People say I have the right words for any situation. I got the right advice. I know the right things to say. And I never thought about it that way. I'm just speaking my mind and speaking from experience. And sometimes when people talk, I've been in that place that they've been in. So yeah, I don't feel like it was right for me to take that big of a step back, because somebody may have needed me last week when I was off of social media and I wasn't doing nothing. I was just solely focusing on me and my family. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. But when you're that person for people, people need you. People count on you. And things is better. For me, I don't care how bad the situation is. To me, it'll never be that bad. I don't feel like there's anything that I can't come back from. I don't feel like there's anything that I can go through that I can't deal with. I might need a little bit extra time or a little bit more focus, but I get through it. There's no storm strong enough that'll keep me down. But I also know how to deal with my stuff, help somebody come back to what I need to deal with for me. And I lost that while I was dealing with things. We had a blackface TikTok video out here, and I had a conversation with those two boys, and that also put something into perspective for me. Because we can get upset, we can fuss, we can fight over it, but one thing we always have to remember is everybody deserves another chance. Everybody deserves another chance. I don't know anybody that's never needed a second chance, or a third, or a fourth, or a fifth, But when things happen to us, we don't see it that way. We don't want to give that chance because we're hurt. We're in our feelings. But I had a really good talk with these kids, and I told them, like, if y'all need anything from me, you have any questions, feel free to ask. Look me up on Facebook. If it's something that parents want to talk about, I'm all for it. I am anti-racist, but I'm trying to build a community at the same time. And that is not, it's not an easy task. But I'm up for the challenge. You hear me? I'm up for the challenge. Because I feel like I got the right mindset to do it. I have the right outlook on life to do it. But it can't just be me. I started a Facebook group called Carver County's Bridge. And, it's not for people to get on there and just agree with each other. It's for people to get on there and have civil disagreements. To understand someone else's point of view, to see where they may be coming from with their viewpoint that's different than yours. And I believe like that's the only way to build a community to be strong. If no one wants to step outside their comfort zone and try to understand something from somebody else's point of view, we'll never move that needle. We'll never get the community to where we need it to be. And communities everywhere, I feel like is just divided. As a country, we're divided. And it's a damn shame. It is a damn shame. I look at high school kids and the middle school kids, the elementary kids. They're not perfect. They do things. But we are adults. You know what I mean? It's like we're supposed to be setting the way for them. We are supposed to be showing them how it's done, how to get along. And right now, the example is completely backwards. The kids get along better than adults do. They have better conversations than we do. And that's a damn shame. It really is. It's like, I don't understand. And maybe because it's just because of the way that I am. But I don't understand, like, why is it so hard for people to be courteous to each other, for people to respect someone else's opinion that's different than theirs. It's like if your opinion different from mine, then you a lefty, righty, conservative, whatever. That's all bullshit. For real. It's all BS. Because all it does is cause a divide. It don't matter what side of politics you're on. It's some similarity between like all of us. And there's no way that politics should be a frame of mind. You could be a Republican, but that don't mean that you have to, I don't know. It don't make sense to me. You got far left, far right. I don't know what either one of them are. I don't understand the rigid thinking and thought process behind all of it. And then with that stuff, I don't understand why people run for office and only have tunnel vision to one side. If you want to represent a community, a city, a state, or a damn country, in my opinion, your goal should be to reach everybody on every side as best as you can. You won't make everybody happy. So what? You give it a good damn effort to hear people on both sides. I don't see how anybody could run for office or run for anything involving leadership of anybody or anything, and your mind is one-sided. And that's the problem with our country. Everybody's so one-sided. Either you love Trump or you hate him. And that's an argument that'll carry on for days. And for what? For what? I don't think that while people are having these arguments, whether they for or against, that it even matters to the president. And it don't necessarily have to be Trump. It could be any president. It don't matter to them what you arguing about, because they still gonna continue to live their lives. And while we are holding people on such high pedestals, they're not thinking about us at all. There is no president that has said, "Hey, Dante, how's it going?" So I don't put that much energy into it. I vote for who I feel like the best person to run a country. But my vote is going to be for whoever I feel is best to run a country or any political seat. And I think that's what we all need to do. Like, get rid of political parties. The way that the world's going now, it's going to keep causing a divide. It's going to keep causing a divide. And we should know better than that. As people, we should know better than that. If you have compassion for people, if you have a genuine love for people, political parties shouldn't even matter. And I have friends on both sides. Our conversations go A-OK. Even if we talk politics, we agree to disagree, we continue our conversation, we move on. Simple. We respect the difference of opinions that we have. And that's what we need to be. That's what we need to be. Because right now, the whole country is being bad examples for kids. All we're doing is showing them how to fight, showing them how to argue. We should be setting an example for how good life can be. Something to look forward to. I don't talk to my kids about politics at all. I don't feel like I need to. I want them to choose and go for whoever they feel like, with no influence from me. None whatsoever. It's a rough time, man. Like, everybody's sitting at home, kids out of school, people out of work. We don't know what the hell going on with this virus. One thing that we do know, every day it get worse. Every day it get worse. And while that's getting worse, we're not getting any better. And we should be. I don't care if my neighbor next door or my neighbor across the street cursed me out through a brick through my window, slash my tires, any of that. If they needed me right now, today, I would help them. Just because of the simple fact, like, that's what you're supposed to do. Holding grudges don't do nothing but keep them in charge of your life. They hold that power over you. That's why we forgive. You don't have to forget. But when you forgive, you also open that door to have that conversation about whatever the problem may be. We don't have enough of that. And the kids can see it. Oh, yes. The kids can see it. And we setting a bad example for them. No, we setting a horrible example for them. It shouldn't be nothing that stop a neighbor or a complete stranger from walking past each other and speaking. People start not to do that now. In Chicago, I was used to it. In Minnesota, I wasn't so much when I first moved here. You know, I got used to speaking to everybody. And I prefer it that way. I don't care if they don't speak back. If they don't, I'll speak back for them. You know, and I don't know exactly what people think of me out here. You know, people that don't really know who I am. Everybody has seen my integrity. You know, and I'm not letting that go for anything or anyone. I spent a lot of time becoming the person that I am. And I'm going to continue to be that person. You know, I don't care how somebody else act or what they do. I will not let anyone change the person that I am. And I'm not just trying to be a good example for my kids. You know, I want to be a good example for their friends and their friends' friends and my neighbors across the street that I don't know friends. I want to be a good example for adults. You know, I don't think it's hard to be peaceful. But we got so much turmoil. We got so much aggression. You know, we got so much I'm right and you're wrong. It's ridiculous. It's like adults forget how to be adults. You know, I don't care what type of house people live in, what type of car they drive. It doesn't matter to me. The only thing that I care about is the type of person that you are. And I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. I think everybody good people until you show me otherwise. You know, and even if you show me otherwise, I don't think that it's something that you can't come back from. We all have had to have that road to redemption. And we need to start looking at our neighbors like their neighbors. You know, we need to stop seeing color. You know, not stop seeing it. I mean, I'm a black man, so see me as a black man. But like somebody here has brought up my record. It's like over 10 years old, which is fine for me. That just lets me know exactly what they're looking for. Because while they're looking 10 plus years back, you know, they're missing out on a person that I am that's right in front of them. And that don't have nothing to do with me. That's all on them. You know, and I tell people all the time, if you want to know something about me, just ask. You would get a really good answer that way. And you're going to get the best answer. It's going to be honest. I never lie about who I am. I never lie about where I've been, where I want to go. You know? I just think we could do better. I know we can do better. But I need everybody else to know that we can do better. Like together. Not my house versus your house, or my religion versus your religion, or my politics versus your politics. That's all crap. It's dumb. It's stupid. You know, politics is taking over. And we forgot how to be people that care about people. Unless they think like us. Not me, man. Not me. First of all, life way too short. And you miss out on a lot of opportunities of good friendships just because someone don't think like you do. Or someone don't share your same political views. You know? I don't get it. I don't get it. But, that's on me, because of the way that I am, which is completely fine with me. I like me. Good, bad, ugly, it don't matter. I'm a work in progress. And I'm going to be a work in progress to the day that I die. But when that day do come, I'm going to be the best person I was I'm going to be a better person then than I was every day before that. And that's my goal. That is my goal. I want to help people with their mental health issues. I want to help people that can't see the positive side of things. I want to help people that always feel like something is wrong or something is against them. I just want to help people. And I don't think nothing wrong with that. My psychiatrist, Mike, she said I got an unhealthy habit of helping. But I know I just need to take care of myself in between me helping. And I'm willing to help whoever. It don't matter, man. Because when somebody need help, they need help. That's it. Ain't nothing else to it. Somebody need advice, they need advice. That's it. Ain't nothing else to it. But we got to do better. I don't see why we can't just be united. I don't see why we like to be divided. I don't see why we like to point fingers. It's like it seems like everything we like is destructive. And if it keep up, that's how it's gonna be. People gonna become more and more divided. Politics gonna become more and more dumb. And ain't nobody gonna care about nobody. And that's sad to say. I just wanted to get on and talk to y'all because it's been a while. And yeah. It feels good to do this though. It's been since January 4th. I had a long layoff. Hopefully this will put me back to where I need to be. And, spread what I got. Spread what I think. Spread how I feel. I'm always open for feedback. I don't care how good or how critical it is. I like critical feedback. That's going to help me get better every step of the way. If you listen to this, I appreciate your ears. Feel free to leave me a message if you want. I hope everybody's staying safe, staying healthy. I hope everybody is helping people that need it, that can't get out the house. We can do more than what we do. And it'd be damn good if we all did it together. That's how we come out of this strong. We stand side by side with each other. Not literally, because we got social distancing. But united, we stand. Divided, we fall. If we don't get it together, it's gonna be a rough fall, and it ain't gonna be just for some of us. This virus ain't attacking certain people. It's killing older people and people that have other issues, but it's not biased. Not at all. So we need to get rid of our biases. We need to see each other for who we are, and that's people. Plain and simple. But I'll be talking with y'all later. Happy Saturday. I hope everybody having fun in the house. Yeah, I hope everybody having as much fun as you can. You know, no matter what goes on in life, you gotta find something to be able to enjoy the space you're in. It's important. Like I said, I hope everybody staying safe. Hope everybody healthy. And I would really appreciate some feedback. Voice message. You can send me an email. HughesDonte, HUGHESDONTA @gmail.com or vulnerabletruths.com. Still got the website. Running for school board. I ain't working right now, but that's fine too. I actually want to move on to being a life coach or a mentor. I want to do something that's making a difference. And it's not biased. I want to make a difference everywhere. Appreciate y'all for listening. And I'll be back soon. Take it easy, y'all. Stay safe.